Ryan Bowen versus Maateiwarangi Heta just went down, and we gotta talk about it. Now for context, these two had met in the past, and frankly it was a banger of a match that went back and forth and ultimately ended up in a 3-3 tie. That was about 4 years ago, and they're both now about 20% bigger and, well, 4 years more experienced. And they are battling for the Intercontinental title and this pretty sweet belt. First, in terms of venue and production value, I loved it. The commentary was good and clear. They're in a cage here in a big field, lighting was on point. And of course, there's Heta looking absolutely massive at 160 kilograms, which is about 352 pounds. Bowen, for his part, was 108 kilograms, or about 238 pounds, which I believe he said is the biggest he's ever competed at, but pretty close to where he was against Lachlan Adair. And if you're wondering what the heck is going on in this still, well, Bowen was getting a phone call between rounds, presumably for remote cornerman help. And who knows who it is. Could have even been John Brzezinski. He's cornered for Bowen in the past. Now, you guys know my policy on this. I don't want these to serve as replacements for actually watching the match, but when a big event happens like this, we do need to talk about it. And frankly, this still here is kind of the tale of the night. Bowen would hit, lose his wrist in the process, and then it would be a slow grind to the L. But man, did Bowen fight like hell, hitting even a king's move here against an enormously strong opponent, so he has to have a lot of faith in his connective tissue. Now, even though it was a sweep, I'd still recommend going and becoming a member of Ryan's channel to get the whole event, because I mean the match really went all over the place. You can see here we got to see Bowen flop pressing with some success, mind you. He actually got Heta relatively close to the pad when he threw this out there. You can see the strap started coming apart, so it wasn't just like a, flash pin 4-0 on and off the stage in 10 minutes kind of deal. It was entertaining. And keep in mind, this was originally supposed to be Ryan Bowen versus Chance Shaw. That fell through due to Chance getting injured, and so Todd Hutchings took his place. But then that fell through because Todd Hutchings got injured, and this was like 4 or 5 days before the event, so I mean it wasn't looking good. But Ryan managed to find Maateiwarangi as a replacement again, which you gotta respect the hustle there. And given all of that, he put on a good show. And to give some perspective, Maateiwarangi had a really good showing against Lachlan Adair at the Over the Top Down Under tournament a few months back, so he does ultimately lose to Lachlan, but again, this is a tournament. But it was close, so that kind of gives you an idea of where Maateiwarangi is at, since Lachlan's been more active on the international scene, and can therefore give us a better idea of where Bowen is at least on that kind of super heavyweight level. But as we know, styles make matches, and when the match was going to be Bowen versus Hutchings, Bowen would have had to deal with something more like this, some inside horsepower. Whereas with Maateiwarangi, it was really mostly outside pulling and attacking Bowen's hand, which he had success in doing. So really, big props to Maateiwarangi. He had to fend off Bowen attacking his hand, Bowen hitting a king's move, and even Bowen flop pressing. So a great showing, congratulations, you deserved it. All in all, I'm stoked to see such a professional event popping up down in Australia. They really needed a good promotion like that can attract international talent. And let me know what you guys think. What happens from here? Who should Bowen face next? And how about Maateiwarangi? If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you flop press that like button and subscribe to catch all my future content. I put out multiple new videos every week, and I will see you in the next one.